Hello and welcome back to Heroes 3 for another map playthrough. This is the map Darwin's Prize, and the description says, with 4 lords fighting for control of the area, only the fittest will survive. Destroy the other lords before they crush you under their boot heel. You will have to fight at least 1, possibly 2 other lords for precious resources, so move quickly or lose the initiative. For the first time, we're actually going to play this as Fortress. We've never done a Fortress playthrough on the channel, which is kind of surprising to me, so we're going to rectify that right now. We're going to play as Fortress, and we're going to pick our hero as Bron, the Basilisk specialist, because he's going to start with a few Basilisks, which is always fun. Not many other heroes in the game start with a tier 4 unit. I think the only other one currently is Ilor, the Cove hero. And we are playing on Horn of the Abyss, so that is actually open to us, but we're going to go with Bron. So we're going to kick this off, and we can see there don't appear to be any roads on this map, which is going to slow us down a bit, but also going to slow down our opponents too. We started with 5 Basilisks, which I think is on the lower end. But we've got a good force, we've already got 4 different units, and I can see some peasants down there that should be pretty easy to take on. Let's go ahead and grab some gold. Yeah, so some peasants blocking some more gold and a knoll hut. That's obviously going to be very easy to do, so let's just go for it. Might as well do this for the XP. And let's go pick up a few extra knolls. Let's grab this, and let's move towards our sawmill, and then going back to the town. We do have 2,500 gold, which we could spend on a second hero, but we don't really know if we're going to get any more gold, so in this kind of scenario where you don't know what's coming up, I personally like to hedge my bets and just go for the town hall. Could potentially slow down our momentum, but it's a safe option, so let's just do it. Okay, so turn 2, we're going to go for the gold here. We're going to scrub the obelisk. It took a moment there, I was worried it was going to crash. Move towards this, and we're up to 3,000 gold. Let's go ahead and pick up another hero. Let's grab another lizardman. And we definitely need to go and get some gold, or we're not going to be able to build anything this turn, so let's go for this. Okay, so 1,900, that is going to be enough for... Okay, I don't want either of these, so these 2 buildings are both pretty bad. Captain's quarters can be useful, I will go for that if we can't find anything else, but we do have a little bit more movement, so I'm hoping we can get something else. No, okay. Well, I don't want to throw away my opportunity to build something, so I am going to go for the captain's quarters. And with that being done, let's actually go for these. Okay, so we got some Knoll Marauders guarding an ore pit, that should be fine, let's just end the turn. Let's go for this, and let's move towards these. Let's pick up all of these, and let's go for these. I should have actually rearranged my units first, but this should be a pretty easy fight. Okay, yeah, that seems fine. Okay, so that misclick didn't help. Let's go for these. There we go. We are strong enough to take them out in one shot, so we should be fine. So these guys are unfortunately quite speedy. And I think the best thing to do is to move away. They're not speedy objectively, but they are speedy compared to our other units. Okay, so we don't manage to take those out in one shot, but should be able to survive this round, I think. Yep, still got 8 health left, so that's all good. Let's shoot these. Let's defend, and then we should be guaranteed to be safe from these, so let's just go for this. There we go. Okay, so let's grab this, and let's keep moving in this direction. We can see we've got even more Basilisk available to us. We've got some ore, we don't have too much wood. So there's not really too much to explore here, which makes me think this garrison is probably not too tough. But we can't see the numbers, and yeah, I think as a minimum we should at least bring our 2 forces together before we go for that. So a little bit slow in terms of building up the town, but yeah, I don't think there's much we can do about that. Let's just go back to the town. We do actually need to pick up a spellbook, so that's the next thing to do. First we need to get ourselves a bit more wood. Okay, let's go for this first, and let's go for this. And we can pick up some Basilisks, but before we do, let's get this. And let's make sure we get our spellbook. And at that point, we've pretty much spent all of our gold. I am going to play conservatively for this turn. I'm going to wait for at least one more turn for Andra to get back. Okay, so if we're going to go for this, and I assume it's not too tough because we've literally already explored everything, so it would be really harsh for them to put a strong guard on that. So I'm going to risk it. I'm going to go down in this direction. And I could send Bron back, but I don't think he'll reach. So the question is, we could go for this anyway. Let's double check this. Okay, so we've got slow, we've got magic arrow. So slow's good if they have a lot of griffins, magic arrow is good for the marksman. I might just risk this. Just because it saves us an entire turn. Screw it. There we go, so we're expected to win, so 20, 10 and 5, that seems fine. We'll try and reduce losses. Don't think I want to go for this. Yeah, it does seem a bit risky. Might be better off going this way because the halberdiers probably won't come for us. Then again, we're going to do a good chunk to these, let's just go for it. Okay, so 5 health left on these. We can probably just go for it. I'm not sure this was worth it, but okay. Alright, so we need these guys to go next, so we're going to wait. And we're going to shoot these. Yeah, I think we're going to move in, because we can attack these without being reached. Okay, so these guys are going to defend. These guys will go in, and these guys will come round. That should pretty much be it. Slightly messed this one up by putting my gnolls in range, so we'll take a loss. So the Basilisks will get to move in first. So I'm going to defend this turn. I'm going to move these guys in. And we'll go for a block with these two. They do actually have a lot of health, so they should be safe. We'll go for this. Take another loss to the Basilisks, and that should be pretty much it. Okay, not the best, not the worst. Let's just move on. Okay, so we've got a Gorgon lair, which is great. That suggests we're still pretty much in our zone, and if we look to the east, we can see orange. Doesn't look like we can actually reach them, and there's no underground, which I guess means we kind of have to push through the entire map. That should be fine. Let's actually go for some knowledge, and let's go back to our town. Could pick up some gnolls, but there's no point. We're going to save our money. We're going to go to the next turn, and I think we do need to build up our income. Definitely want to get these units back to Bron. If we go to the south, there's not really too much. There's a lot of mercury. This might be the way. I think this does work. We could kind of loop round, but I'm not sure we gain much from that, although there is a hydra pond. That could be pretty big. I'm going to go for it. We're going to take that risk. Okay, so we're going to take all these units. And we're going to move in this direction. Lots of mummies should be fine. Oh, they actually want to join us. Okay, that's bad for our morale, but it's really good for having just a fodder unit take on the hydras. Also, it's day 6, which means we're getting this at the perfect moment. The other thing about it being day 6 is we probably want to actually build up our dwellings. So let's go for Serpentfly Hive. And let's end the turn there. Okay, so we can see, I think that must be orange. It's kind of emerging from the east, but yeah, we've currently got no way through to them, so that's not a problem at this stage. So the Hydra Pond, Hydras are pretty slow. I think they're definitely slower than Serpentflies. So we probably want a couple of fodder stacks for these. So there's going to be 3 Hydras. Okay, so expected to lose. It would have been good to have a few spell points for this. Yeah, that morale is, it's not good. As long as we're out of range, I think that's fine. I'm pretty happy just to sacrifice this stack. Okay, so we're forced to shoot. These guys move in. So at this point, they should be in range. We could lead them away just so we have a bit of distance, but it's probably not wise. If we go for this, we can curse them. I am actually going to double check this because this could be a big thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's definitely in range. Okay. Let's just go for this. We do curse them. End of the round, so we can go for a free hit. Then pull back. Okay, so these guys are 5 speed, we're 6. That suggests we can actually hit and run with these as well. We should definitely do that. Okay, once again we're going to go for a few hits. And pull back. Okay, so these guys are out of range, so we wait. We take the hit with these. Don't curse them, we do miss a turn with these. But we will get to go in and go for a hit with these. Of course, if the morale kicks in, that could be a problem. Or the lack of morale. But it's a risk worth taking. Okay, so we do get our turn so we can escape. At this point, I think I just go defensive. Okay, so this time they're going to miss their turn. These guys are pretty weak. We're about to lose our mummies. I'm going to go for this. Okay, so the lizard men missed their turn. On balance, definitely worth bringing the mummies, but they are definitely going to go down this round. Okay, so 61 health left. I think we just move away. Go for the shot, defend, and finish them off. Okay, so that gets us a potential Hydra. We do need to get ourselves a little bit more gold. This actually looks really bad for gold. So we can get the marketplace, and we can try trading pretty much everything. But that's not ideal. Okay, so we're not gonna get our gold. I'm just gonna go for my spell points. We're gonna have to go for a painful trade. I'm not sure it's even gonna work. So that's 200. Let's double check this. So in total we need about 1,100. So we get 200 from this, about 400 from this. Yeah, so we're gonna spend literally, I think literally everything we have to make this happen. But I think it's worth it. We want to try and hang on to as much sulfur as possible. So this should be enough. Okay. And then right at that moment, the very end of the week, I suddenly remember that we are playing on Horn of the Abyss, so the hydras would have waited for us, but that's okay. It does give us some momentum. We can start using them straight away, so let's pass the hydra over. Let's definitely take this back. And let's just start picking some things up. I think we should open this up. Yeah, the hydra should be able to take all the hits. Yeah, the hydra should literally take all the hits here. Okay, great. So let's start moving to the west. Go back to our town, and not really too much we can do there, so let's just end the turn. So I think next thing to do is to go for the city hall, but there's not too many ways we can do that right now. We're definitely going to need some wood. So let's go for this. Let's check on this first. Okay, instant level up, that's great. Let's go for air magic, that's really good for this town. Let's go for some wood. Let's keep pushing to the east, and let's visit this. We might as well. Let's go for logistics. Grab some extra resources. And we're still only up to 2,000, so we're going to need... Potentially could get another hero, so we've got Callback available. We've also got Jedi, who's going to be good for this town too. Probably not a big enough map to really get Jedi going, but definitely Callback is going to be good. I think the main thing though is we definitely want to get ourselves the blacksmith. And then we just need to get ourselves a little bit of gold, and we should be good to go. So just double checking Bron's spells. He doesn't have haste, so that's not great for the Medusa stores. Still, I think it's definitely something we have to go for. Lots of Medusas. We're going to take some losses for sure. But I think it's worth it. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, those losses don't look too bad, but we're going to see if we can prevent them. Okay, that's not bad. Do have to push through several Dendroid soldiers, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. If we go to the north there's not really too much we gain. Definitely going to use Andra for that stuff. And going back to our town, we can spend some money if we want to. There's not really an urgent need. I think the thing we really need to do is get our economy going. We can see red to the north, so we've got blue in this area, orange to the east, and red to the north. Let's actually check who they are. Okay, so blue is Cove and has Corks, who's a pretty good hero. Damakan is always a good hero too, pretty reliable. And Josephine is also kind of dangerous just for those fast golems, so that's potentially going to be kind of tough. Death Ripple is pretty useless to us. Move these guys back to the top. And we should be able to kite these. Oh, they actually want to join us. I always feel like, and I don't know if this is true, but it really feels like the case. A lot of these actual human-made maps that are built into the game, that seems to happen a lot more often with that type of map. All of this stuff can be picked up by Andra, so let's go for the crypt instead. So I'm not sure if this crypt is on the dirt or on the grass. It will actually make a difference to how fast they move. That seems fine, we're just going to accept it. Okay, so highest priority is definitely gold, so let's move in this direction first. Let's go back to our town, pick up the city hall, and let's end the turn there. So this should be another fight where we don't need to take losses. We're already up to 5 defense, so we're going to be pretty hard to take down. Yeah, so that wasn't a problem. Let's move on, let's go for the star axis. And let's go back to Andra. Let's pick up all of this stuff. Let's go for the mine first and foremost, and then we'll pick up the rest of the resources. So we're now up to 9k, we're going to go for callback. Going to go back to this, we're going to pick up the... So we can go for the Gorgon Lair, we can go for the Basilisk Pit, and we're pretty close to going for the Wyvern Nest if we can just get ourselves a bit of wood. That seems like something we can do next turn. I think Gorgon Lair is always worth going for, so let's go for that next. And we can actually send this guy out and start exploring. I think that's worth doing. The problem is we definitely want to go for the Gorgon Lair, the actual one that's on the map, that is. But if we do that, we're going to be faced by 9 Gorgons, which is probably a bit too much. So what I'll probably do is, I'm going to focus on building up a bit of a force. I'm going to send Korvac. So the choice is I can either send Korvac to the north, or I can use him for war, and I can do that stuff with Jedi instead. And I think the more sensible option is actually to start using Jedi. So Jedi's going to go for this. Then we move back to base, we're going to send Korvac out for this. And come back. Should have actually gone for the Knolls as well, but never mind. Okay, so we'll end the turn, we'll see what happens. So still no sign of our opponents, and still no obvious way to actually reach them. We definitely want some wood, so I'm actually going to pick that up with Bron. And with this being Horn of the Abyss, we can turn this down. I really like water magic for Fortress. I think it works really well. The problem is it's kind of... It's mostly useful for teleport and for prayer, which are obviously there to help kind of make up for the lack of mobility. But we should potentially have haste coming up. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I'm actually going to skip that. I'm going to go for this. Okay, so this spell is Forgetfulness, which would pair pretty well with that. We've also got a tower opponent, a dungeon opponent, and a cove opponent, so that's 2 towns with 2 ranged creatures and 1 town with 3 ranged creatures. If we were to go for water magic plus Forgetfulness, that would actually screw them over quite a lot. The only caveat is we don't have wisdom, so we can't learn that spell either way. So yeah, I think we'll come back to that. Gonna move to the west first. We're doing fine for ore. I think we need wood first and foremost. Callback's doing good. Let's send this guy to the north. Yeah, so Callback can be sent out with another 3,500 worth of creatures. The big thing really is the Gorgon Lair. We do want that. The other thing we want is the Hydra Pond, and I think that's got to be done next week. Honestly, I think taking on 9 Gorgons is probably a mistake. I'm better off spending that on a citadel. Better off spending my gold on actual buildings. Okay. So we're going to end the turn there. And we're going to keep pressing to the north. Imp Cache doesn't tend to reward you too much, but it's pretty safe, so let's go for it. I'm going to try and save the Lizardmen because they're pretty useful. Okay, I'll take that trade. Okay, so returning to base on day 7, I think Wyvern Nest obviously would be great. Castle is probably a bit too expensive. Yeah, we're not going to go wrong with Wyvern Nest, so let's go for that. Let's end the turn. Okay, Week of the Gargoyle, that's good for orange, but I don't think that bothers me too much. Let's go in this direction. And then what we can do is we can actually meet this guy up with Callback. That's got to be the best option. So if we're going up against Gorgons, we probably do just want a big strong stack of Lizardmen. Don't think we can really get ourselves any more gold. Yeah, really need to get this economy going, it's not great. Pack of Wraiths should be pretty easy. As usual, if we just throw the Hydras in to do some tanking, we should be fine. These things are a bit faster than I thought, though. Okay, we're going to slow them. Yeah, so that keeps us safe. Cool. Okay, so we're going to move towards this. We're not going to take it on this turn. We'll go for it next turn. And we've got no gold to spend on any buildings, but hopefully our economy will start getting going soon. We'll keep working on it. Once we do have a strong economy, we're going to be completely fine because we've got hydras, we've got extra gorgons, we've got lots of external dwellings. We should be good to go. Okay, so we definitely want to use the lizard men. We're going to want the fortress units. It would drop our morale if we take one of the dungeon stacks. So that's probably just not a good idea. Let's try it like this. Okay, so those losses don't look too bad. We're going to see if we can do slightly better. Don't really mind if I lose the dendroids. That should be fine. Okay, so if we go for this, it's mostly in our favor to get the kill. So the Basilisks are definitely going to get the kill. I think the big question is, will the Gorgons kill a Serpent Fly? Of course, one Gorgon definitely survives and attacks the gnolls. I think we want to go for this. Okay, fine. Okay, so this time round we're going for basic wisdom. Might as well pick these up. And let's push on. So we've got a Wyvern Nest too. That is something we should obviously go for. Let's just make sure we're prepared. So they're going to form in one big stack of 6. They're pretty speedy. I think we just go for it. So having 7 stacks in this fight is actually a mistake, because best thing to do would have been to throw the Serpent Flies forward as bait. Can't really protect the gnolls. If I get morale, I should be fine, but I'm pretty sure I have neutral morale. I can send these in to defend. Yeah, so he does go for those, gets morale, that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so pretty heavy losses there, but it's going to be worth it long term. Move this guy up in this direction. Go for some gold. And next thing to do is definitely just try and get the capital. We need the capital, and we need the Hydropon by the end of the week. So is that doable? Kind of depends. What we really need is a big injection of gold. We can get some gold from the crypt, we can get some from the Dwarven treasury. I think we should be okay. Okay, so same arrangement as before, we're going to go for this. This time it's on grass, so we should be pretty safe. Just to be sure, I'm going to put some stronger stacks towards where the whites are going to be. So, slot 6, I think, is closest to the whites. Slot 7's not going to be too near. Let's try this. That seems fine. Okay, so that's an extra 2k. We're going to move towards this next. We're going to send Core back just to pick some of this stuff up. Then Jedi back to base. And yeah, let's move towards the capital first. Oh wow, okay, so blue's gone. Orange has taken him out, so that's the end of Cove. We can see Daramith there, they've got giants. That doesn't look too bad, I'm pretty sure that's just going to be the one. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, a horde of dwarves. We should be okay, really need to start improving this guy's spellcasting. I'm just going to accept that. We're going to go for expert resistance. 2,500 gold, that's not quite as much as I'd like. See if we can get some more. Okay, so with 3k off, we definitely do want the Basilisk pit, so let's go for that. We're going to hold back on spending any gold on creatures. I think that might be... I'm not actually sure what that is, it's definitely not a crypt. Let's check that next turn. Okay, so we got 3 days left to get the... That's no good. 3 days left to get the capital and to get the Hydra Pond. Realistically, Hydra Pond... much more important. Yeah, because the Hydra Pond's going to get us 3 Hydras each week. That's in addition to the Hydras we have available from the external pond. Let's keep working on gold. So this all is starting to look explored. Okay, so we've got a sanctuary. That's great if we actually see something really bad coming up. Okay, so day 5, we've got 2 days left. We can 100% afford the Hydra Pond. I think the big question is, do we go for the capital first? And the answer is probably not. Might actually be better off going for Voy. So Voy's an option. Another option is the upgraded Serpentfly Hive. That's really good for dragonflies. They're a pretty big upgrade in Serpentflies. Upgraded Wyvern Nest, not too important. Upgraded Lizard Den is definitely worth going for, but we don't really need it right now. Yeah, I think we play it safe, we save our gold as this guy comes to attack us. It's red. Manages to kill us without taking a single loss, so let's see what we're up against. Yeah, that's pretty tough. And yeah, we're pretty much guaranteed to not get a kill, so I'm going to back off. Okay, so this is a fight we could go for. The problem is the manticores. Quite a few minotaurs too. Can't see his stats. Perhaps if we get a really good skill off this, like tactics. No tactics. Can get archery, but only a 10% bonus at this stage, so probably not worth going for. I'm kind of worried that he'll attack me, which is... potentially we will lose. So I'm actually going to go for the Sanctuary. And I'm going to leave Andrew here so we can pick up a Wyvern before he takes the Wyvern nest. Okay, so next turn we're going to have 10,500 in the bank. There's no other source of gold available to us right now. Let's just end the turn. So yeah, he can't quite reach us. He has now moved off, which means we could actually go for his town. That's probably the best thing to do. The problem is we don't know where his town actually is. It could be to the north, it could be to the west. I think it's probably to the north. Let's go for this. So this looks a bit like a dead end. Let's keep pushing on. Yeah, because if we can take his town, that's going to be huge. We've got one turn to do it before he can restock his units. Definitely going to go for the Hydra Pond. And that leaves us with not enough to buy any Wyverns, but we could do some trading. We're going to get ripped off if we do this. There's no trading post on the map. For the sake of recruiting one extra Wyvern, it's probably not worth it. Let's go for this. Not available, of course, because we did pick them up this week. Okay, so he might chase us down. We're just going to have to go for it. Do manage to escape. Week of the Nyx Warrior could be bad because Orange probably has some of those. I'm going to ignore the stat boosts because we want to just see if we can reach his town. So there's a good chance that before we get to his town we should find some kind of garrison. Which means we're probably nowhere near. But I think it's still worth going for. I'm going to avoid spending gold. Let's keep going north. Okay, so this actually looks pretty unexplored. I don't want him picking this stuff up, so I'm going to actually try and pick it up on my way out. There's a good chance that we do get hunted down and attacked here. It's probably going to happen. Need to give the Shaman's Puppet to Bron actually, but I'm not sure we're going to get back in time, and this is really bad. If I had enough income I could easily beat him, but it's the lack of income. We have such good dwellings. This could go really wrong, but we just have to go for it. Okay, so he's gone in the wrong direction, which is a huge relief. So they've got Dace there. Dace is not going to be a problem. What we really need is a lot of gold very quickly so we can actually start stocking up some defenders. So a pack of Silver Pegasi. Those guys should be able to cross in one turn. They'll be able to get the Basilisk, the Gorgons, and the Hydras first turn. So if I stick Hydras in the middle, hopefully they just go for those. Okay, they don't want to fight us, I'm not going to risk that. Okay, so I think this is as big as they get. That's actually pretty concerning. Let's try and pull away. Okay, so those guys do get in straight away. They go for those. If we go for this, we're going to get quite a few kills. Perhaps not quite enough. This stack does go first. We can just move out of range, so let's do that. And we're going to go for these. We're going to wait with these. Those guys get on knolls. We're going to move forward. These guys can't reach, so let's just shoot these. This should be safe, I think. We do petrify them, so we're fine. And these guys won't finish them off, but we do a nice amount of damage. Okay, that's worth it for 2,000 gold. Go for this next, and we can see Dima. So, our opponents are actually pretty tough. This guy does have Meteor Shower, which we're not going to take well. Still, it's pretty much a guaranteed win for us. So we probably just want to go for it. Okay, so going back to our base. Still want to buy as much time as possible. If he ends up going in the wrong direction, we could actually build the capital. Yeah, so we're not going to spend any gold, we're just going to end the turn there. This guy goes to steal some resources. So we're actually doing really well for everything except gold. The problem is we're just going to get such bad rates in the marketplace that it's not really worth it. I think we have to go for this, and we have to hope that he's not got many spell points left. Let's do it. Yeah, 8 spell points, so we should be okay. We can go for slow. Let's slow these. I'm going to send these forward as bait because I don't want them going for a double turn. If they go for the double turn, they're going to attack the gnolls, so I think we risk this. We'll shoot these just to weaken them. Send these up to deal with the trogs, and we'll start moving these away. Okay, crap, they actually took out a Gorgon. I'm very surprised by that. Really did not think these would be tough enough to take down a Gorgon. That's very disappointing. Okay, so at this point we've got the ranged advantage, and these do a lot less damage than I thought. So I'm just going to pull them back. We're not going to involve them. We're going to wait as long as we can. Get as many kills as we can with our lizards. These guys are probably just about to escape. Yeah, so the slow is about to wear off. But when the next turn begins, we've got a few turns we can take. The trogs will get to move before the lizards. So perhaps we just want to go for the attack. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we're taking quite a few losses, but I think it's going to be worth it just to get rid of this guy. Yeah, these trogs are surprisingly tough. So they get to go next. If we move back, they're going to go for the hydras. There's a slim chance he might be able to kill off a hydra, so I'm going to go for the attack. He does actually flee. And that allows us to grab some wood and some ore, which I'm not sure we need, but never mind. We're going to go back to our town. Let's just have a look at this again. So yeah, he's still going completely in the wrong direction, which is perfect. We're going to go for the capital. And now we should actually be able to start affording the creatures we have. First thing to go for is definitely these 3 hydras. I'm going to leave Andrew in the base, and we're going to send Jedi out for those. Yeah, so he's off in no man's land, that's great. Okay, so if we push north and to the west, that could lead to Red's base. I think just from looking at the general pattern of the map, it looks like orange is going to be here and red is going to be to the northeast, but it seems like we need to go back to the south. Okay, so we're nowhere near Red's base. I'm not actually sure we're going to be strong enough to go for it. We probably want to go back to our fortress base. I'm going to upgrade the lizard den and going to do something that I usually don't encourage doing, which is we're kind of going to turtle for a bit, because this is a situation where turtling makes perfect sense. There's nothing they can do to us. We can easily build up defenders before they can take us out. Our main hero is off in no man's land. We need to try and bring him back. So yeah, best thing to do is to be really defensive for a few turns. Potentially we're going to go for Verdish because she's actually going to come with a free first aid tent. And then we're going to move up to the Basilisk pit. And we're going to try and buy as many external creatures as we can. We're going to try and bring Bron back. Get some more knowledge. Yep, so Bron's going to come back bit by bit. We're going to go back to this. We're going to be ready to recruit. Jedi's going to stay put for one more turn. That should be fine. Yeah, I don't think Dace is going to be an issue. Go for logistics. That's going to help us escape, and that should be fine for this turn. We're going to go for one more building. Might as well get the upgraded hive. And let's end the turn. So the good thing now is, with it being a new week, if this guy wants to take this, he has to take on 3 hydras as defenders. I'm going to take my last hydra, and probably a little bit too risky to go for the Gorgon lair. So let's start pulling back. Bron's going to go for this, and we do still kind of have the option of going for the attack, but we kind of have the worst possible forces for that. We don't have anything good to take down a fully built castle. No ballistics. No good flying creatures. Yeah, best thing to do is definitely just to come back. Then we're going to upgrade the Knoll Hut. And we're just going to end the turn. Yeah, so these dendroids are really slowing me down, but I don't think it makes sense to get rid of them. I couldn't resist that because it's day 7, so that's actually going to get us an extra Gorgon next week. I think that had to be done. Okay, so let's go for the upgraded Basilisk pit. And let's end the turn there. Okay, so red is not coming to attack us just yet, but we're going to have a hard time getting our hydras back unless we chain. So we're going to have to go for a chain. Which means we're pretty much going to sacrifice Jedi, but I think that's fine. Do we have enough movement points to go for this? I'm not actually sure. This is big. 36 extra lizardmen would be great. But it's not like we're going to struggle to spend our gold. So, better to be safe. Always worth getting a few of these. And then let's get a few basic gnolls. So the other thing we can do is we can start trading our resources, but this shouldn't be a problem. We should be fine. Bron is at risk of being attacked, but if we can actually set up a chain, he might actually be okay. I have to say, I think the one thing I like about this is we're actually getting to play defensively as Fortress, because Fortress is clearly designed to be a defensive town, but Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is not a game that rewards defensive play. But on this occasion, it does make perfect sense. The longer we leave it, the stronger we're going to get relative to the other players. So Malekith has now picked up a Hydra. I can't hire any Wyverns without dismissing something else. So I'm going to go for this. I'm going to start moving in this direction. And we can chain these units across. Let's get some Gorgons. Okay, so we should be, yeah, we're definitely at least a turn away. So we should be completely safe. Yeah, that should be good enough. Okay, so Jedi potentially gets attacked, but if he attacks Jedi, then he's 100% put himself in range of Bron. Yeah, okay, I think we accept that. So he does come for Jedi, which means... First, let's see if we can actually get a kill. So our magic arrow is going to do 40 points of damage. That's enough to kill one of those. If we last for 2 rounds, we can kill a Gorgon. Or a Manticore. Let's kill off a Manticore. Okay, so it's starting to look a bit risky, but we should be okay, because next round begins. We go for Magic Arrow, and could surrender. 340 gold. No. I think we just let Jedi go. And then he doesn't want to take on Bron. Okay, question is, can we actually chain some units? What I've potentially done wrong is I should have picked up a Serpentfly, or a Dragonfly, just so I could actually travel a bit further with Andra. Gonna get 8 more Gorgons, and looks like we can get close enough. Okay, so we pass over the 8 Gorgons, and I think... this works. Yeah, so we've only got 8 spell points, which is not ideal, but We've got a much stronger force, so let's do it. Okay, so spells we can go for magic arrow twice. We can go for slow once. So our magic arrow is going to do 40 points of damage. That's enough to kill these guys in 2 shots. Do want to weaken these though. I think beholders are lower priority, so let's just focus on weakening these. Okay, so resistance kicks in against whatever he was about to go for. That's great because he is a sorcery specialist, which means he could have done some real damage to us. A 1 stack of basilisks can be good because we do of course have the 20% chance to freeze these, or petrify them even. I don't think I want to go for it though. I'm going to defend. If we lose the dendroids, that's completely fine. Let's go for these. I'm going to wait with these. Goes for curse on these, I think that's fine, we just go for the attack anyway, and could send these in. Yeah, we do get a kill, so let's do it. Start going for these next. Okay, so dendroids are down, that's fine, they've sacrificed themselves, I think that's worth it. Go for these next. Okay, so forced to attack with these, we're not going to get a kill on these, we can get 1 kill on these. Gonna have to go here so that we don't block off the Gorgons. These guys come forward, they attack the Gorgons, that's fine. Let's start going for these. So I don't really want to send these guys into range. Probably best if we don't. So they're definitely in range of the beholders. I think they might just about be out of range of the Medusas. Tough choice because it would be good to send them in. We definitely want the Gorgons in. I think we go for this. Yeah, so he's going to hit those hard, that's fine. Okay, and then he flees. So we've pretty much lost the gnolls as a usable stack. We've lost the dendroids, which is completely fine. We've spent them pretty much the best way we could, and we're now free to actually get another stack of wyverns, I guess. Other stacks didn't really take too many losses. So considering this is the toughest hero we've seen so far, probably not the toughest hero anymore, but the toughest one we've seen so far, that's a pretty good trade. And we get logistics. And we can get artillery. And we have seen a war machine factory, but no, that's not really a good choice. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get a hydra from there. I can't remember if they took that this week or not. I will move towards it just in case. But Bron, I think it is time to go for the attack. So let's start pushing out. And then Verdish is going to stay put. We've got Alkin available in this base. So yeah, I think it's time to start chaining some units up. Even with the capital, it's really difficult to actually hire all these units because we just have so many external dwellings that the capital is actually not enough. We've got Dace to the south, but I don't think he's going to be a threat. I think 4,000 gold's worth of units could definitely hold that off. So yeah, Bron's safe to go for an attack. We're going to end the turn, we're going to see what happens. So Dace is moving towards us, that's fine. Let's go check this out. So we do get to claim it back. I think Dace is probably going to take it before the end of the week, but I think it's worth going for. Okay, so 4k in the bank. 6 Wyverns available, let's go for those. And let's start moving out. That seems fine. Yeah, so we're definitely going to have to run back to base. I'm going to send Bron up to the north, and yeah, like I said, pretty sure they're going to be to the northeast. Go get our spell points back. And could actually upgrade the Wyvern Nest. I think there's no urgent need to spend our gold right now, so let's just end the turn. As he's coming straight for us. Okay, so at this point, it's probably time to recruit these. Then we'll pull back to base. We're going to reluctantly let our last mummy go. And let's send Bron in this direction. So Bron does have wisdom. It's day 6, so there's definitely an argument for just making a forward push. Because yeah, we don't want them restocking. Definitely want to just go straight for his base. Pretty sure it's going to be up in the corner. So we should have day 7 and then day 1 before he can restock. Okay, that seems fine. So he doesn't go for our base, but yeah, I had a feeling that would happen. He does claim all of our gnolls. Only 10 to 19, so he's not actually stolen our gnolls, but he has wiped them out, which is not great. Okay, so strangely there's another Wyvern Nest there. Pretty sure someone will have already taken this out. Yeah, okay, let's go check this out. Wow. So there's actually a completely free fortress town. I didn't expect to see that. We can see to the east we've got Garrison, who's pretty tough. Got Damacon, who was the starting hero of Red. We've got a Dragon Cave. Not sure what to make of that, so they have actually got a Hydra on there too. It's day 7, so I think, yeah, we definitely want to move in that direction. Claim ourselves the Hydra Pond. But we're not going to be able to take out our opponents. Okay, so the question is, do we send Andra after Dace, or... I think we can leave it another turn. We're going to pick up Alkin. Yeah, because by picking up Alkin, we've now got an extra few bonus creatures that would have otherwise been wiped out in the tavern. So Dace, I think we go for next turn. Let's end the turn. He's on his way out. I think we might just about be able to chase him down. Weak of the Mongoose. Garrison isn't moving, which suggests that he knows he's weaker than us. This is still not going to be fun. We're going to take some losses for sure, but definitely worth taking out a rival. Those losses don't look too bad, but let's see if we can do slightly better. Okay, so these guys can't cross in one turn. These guys have already moved. So we've got all of our spells available to us. Slow is potentially decent on these. Yeah, let's keep them out of the fight. Oh wow, he's got really poor morale too. Perfect. Okay, so the Nyx are coming in. Let's just go for the shot on those. These guys are 6 speed. Should be able to get them with our Wyverns. We've also got no spellbook by the look of it. Okay, so dragons do get to fire straight through that. That was completely self-inflicted. I shouldn't have done that. That was a big mistake. Yeah, that really sucks. Completely could have avoided that, but never mind. Alright, so we do resist a spell. That's good at least. Let's go for these next. Wait with these. So if I slow these, that stops them being able to get in. Wyverns can't reach them currently. But yeah, actually I think we're fine there. We're going to defend with these. Wait with these. So this attack is not worth going for. We're going to defend. And defend with these. These guys come forward. These guys are free to attack. Could go for these instead. Not likely to get many kills. So if we slow these, I think we can keep them out of the fight. Can't keep the Stormbirds out of the fight. Let's magic carry these, so they've got one less. And then yeah, let's go for these. Yeah, that Dragon Breath is causing some problems. I think we want to slow these so that we can move our Gorgons in first. And these guys are free to attack pretty much anything they like, so let's weaken those. Yeah, as I predicted, this is not proving to be much of a fun fight. We can kill this. That's kind of overkill, we don't need to do it like that. Let's go for these instead. Do get morale, let's kill some of these, and let's send these in. Do kill those off. Easily kill these off too. Okay, so next round, these guys go first. Yeah, should definitely kill those off. Okay, so Garrison flees, but yeah, we've taken some heavy losses there. Okay, so let's return to our fortress town. Upgraded Wyvern Nest is definitely an option, but I think we can chase this guy down. Just about. Yeah, I think that should be fine. We're a little bit over-reliant on the lizards, so I'm actually going to split these into 2 stacks. Let's go for it. Okay, so he's got tactics, but we are faster, so we should be fine. Okay, so he lightning bolts those, that's fine. We're going to send these forward. Pretty much no chance of a kill on those. Go for these. Okay, so should be pretty much completely out of range. Yeah, so those pull back. Can shoot these. Finish those off. And then we're gonna wait with these. Okay, so a few losses there, but it's another hero down. And we can start pulling back and restocking. So I did have, I had good intentions for Verdish, but we're just not making enough money to actually use her. Okay. Gonna end the turn. So hopefully we're weakening red. I'm not really sure what's going on between red and orange. I would have thought they'd be fighting. Yeah, so we have to take this fight again. I think with 4 hydras plus 16 gorgons, we should be okay. Yeah, perfect. That does get us an extra hydra to make up for some of our losses. So I can go for the extra fortress town, or I can just go aggressive. I think red must actually be at the top left corner. That's the only thing that makes sense. Which means Bron can go for orange. Orange has 2 towns, so there's a cove town and a tower town to the south. Assuming this map is roughly symmetrical, there must be Tower Town right in the bottom corner, and Cove Town must be towards the middle. Not really sure about that, it doesn't seem like there's enough room. Unless it's a really asymmetric map, which is possible, I guess. I'm gonna go for the Fortress Town just to be safe. What the? What the? Are you serious? That's so cruel. They made it look identical to my own Garrison. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, but that's so cruel. Okay, so those are already dead. Yeah, I don't think I win this. No way. I can't surrender. This map is surprisingly cruel. Okay. What can I do about this? Well, I'm gonna try and keep these alive. Goes for those instead. Yep, that makes sense. I'm gonna lose so much. That is just cruel. Like, that is undeniably a trap, because it's exactly the same Garrison. It appears to be identical. They've just, like, multiplied the number of units by 10, I think. So I've made a blunder, but I feel like that was a reasonable blunder, I think. This is harsh. I mean, that explains why the AI didn't go for it, but I don't know how the AI knows this stuff. Okay, so if I send this guy across, we won't reach the marksman before they go for the next attack. If I attack the halberdiers, then I can't get close enough. I'm gonna go for this. Yeah, then we can attack these. Pretty sure we just lose though. Yeah. So I can deal with the halberdiers, it's really the marksman. If I reach the marksman, I might be okay. Definitely gonna lose a hydra. Just gotta rush these, I think. One of my 2 stacks will make it, so I've got to choose. I think... yeah, better off just attacking these, because we're only going to be able to attack the marksman with 1 stack at once. So yeah. Question is, will these survive? They do have bad luck thanks to the Shaman's Puppet, so Hydras just about survive. Gonna go for these. Go for these. Okay, so these guys come back to bully the archers. Hydra's still just about alive. Okay, so all the hydras are dead. Pretty much all the lizards. The good news is, Gorgons should win. But yeah, that's so harsh. Like, if I could understand and agree that that was a bad move if there were just Crusaders or Zealots or just something to give some kind of hint that there was so many more in that particular garrison. That wasn't the case though. Alright, I think we just have to go for the attack. At least I get 4,000 XP, but wow. Also, I get a town. I mean, that's also worth mentioning, but who knows? It could be 200 serpent flies. Do we have a spell that would tell us? Nope. There's not enough. I mean, surely it's not 200 serpent flies. Surely not. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. I'm sure they wouldn't do that twice, like, that was enough. The good news is we didn't die. I thought we'd probably lose that fight. So, it could be worse. Do need more money too, that's pretty urgent. I'm actually going to save up for Chaos Hydras. I think that makes sense, because we've got 2 Hydropons. If we just spend everything on Hydras, it makes it really hard to attack towns. Okay, so Malekith's back. Got 5 to 9 red dragons, 1 to 4 black dragons. Is orange just in hiding? Didn't mean to press that. So if Bron takes this, probably what happens is Malekith just goes and attacks us and takes it back. And in that case we would actually lose Bron and we have to start using Alkin. But that's not the end of the world. The problem is we have to decide whether to actually step Bron out of the town so we can make him flee. I think it depends if we actually stand a chance of beating Malekith, which we probably don't no matter what we do. Just gonna end the turn. So yeah, it really is no sign of orange at all. I wouldn't be surprised if red actually just takes him out. It is Malekith who's coming towards us. We definitely take the gamble on this town, 100%. Okay, that's a bit more like it. That should be fine. Okay, there we go. So we've taken this town. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing here. So I can try and put up some kind of defense against Malekith. I'd say I've probably got about 2 turns, which... maybe 3. I could go Wyvern Nest, Serpentfly Hive, and Gorgon Lair. It depends. If he goes the wrong way, we might have 4 or 5 turns, which might be enough. The thing is, I would really want the Citadel and the Castle as well. Let's go Tavern, so then we can at least find some things out. Yeah, it's interesting that none of the heroes on this map have good stats. We actually do have pretty good stats with Bron, even though for month 2 he's not great. Orange still has 2 towns, red has 1. So Orange should be really strong, but he's just not doing anything. So I don't know what to make of that. That's also a turn of construction gone, but I think that's probably worth knowing. Let's go grab a Hydra. Okay, so no sign of either of them moving towards us. It's day 5, so... I guess I should build up creatures. Yeah, especially with the external dwellings we have, that makes perfect sense, because we will reach the point where we do just have a massive surplus of creatures in both towns. And then we can actually just start saving our gold, and then only spend it when we're actually threatened. In the meantime, we should be getting stronger. So yeah, I think we go Wyvern Nest, Citadel, and then Castle. No, Gorgon Lair. We definitely go for the Gorgon Lair because we have an external Gorgon dwelling. Yeah. I think that makes sense. I'm tempted to go for the resource silo for the sake of Mighty Gorgons. This is looking like it's going to be kind of a long map. But no, I think I saved my gold. Okay, so the only thing red has currently claimed is the Crystal Cavern. All of my dwellings still belong to me. So I think I stay back. Yeah, I think depending on whether I actually build up Alkin first, or try and get Bron going in this town. What I mean to say is that depends on what happens with Malekith. Day 6, Serpentfly Hive has to be done. And then next turn, Gorgon Lair. This is all a bit passive, but what I can do is I can go out and start opening some of this stuff up. Let's pick up these. I'm gonna actually hold back on the gnolls. Okay, so Dwarf Cottage is not too useful to us. If there was something here to make that fight worth it, other than the town, that would be wonderful, but I think we've pretty much seen everything. Do get some more gold. Yep, I'm gonna resist spending. Certainly until next week. And we're going to continue to turtle because I want to see how things play out between red and orange. Kind of looks like red's going to attack orange. So let's see how that plays out. I can also start really building up a mage guild, but this town's mage guild is pretty bad. I think if we were playing as any other town, that would be a really good idea, but not so much for this one. Still going to do it though, because it's easily affordable. Yeah, just have to keep turtling. There's nothing to be gained from going out there until we have stronger forces. Week of the Tortoise. Can we find out any more? So orange still has 2 towns. Garrison is back. Garrison is actually the strongest hero. And Damakan is stronger than Malekith. This is Alamar, who's pretty weak. Dima is not completely weak, but not completely strong. And then Dace. Dace does have black dragons, so yeah, there's still some pretty tough heroes there. I'm gonna hold back on recruiting these. Although, if I go for dragonflies, it does make sense. The other thing I need to do is I need to get the city hall. I do apologise if you don't enjoy passive play, but I've got a lot of maps, a lot of playthroughs where I'm a lot more aggressive, and I really feel like this is my best play, so it's what I've got to do. Don't fancy going out there. I mean, I can take these 3. If they all combine into one, maybe not. Oh, he's going for the Grail. Don't think I can stop him though. Yeah, I can't really do much about that. Let's keep building up this town. Definitely going to go for the town hall. And then back in this town we can go for the Mage Guild level 3. We've got so many spare resources, let's just go for it. Yeah, so that does get us Earthquake. Fortress has an extremely high chance of getting Earthquake in the Mage Guild, which is really useful for their creatures. Destroy Undead doesn't help us, and Hypnotize is pretty bad, and that is our lot. We're not going to be able to upgrade beyond that. Okay, so let's keep working on upgraded Hydra Pond, and let's keep working on our second town. I'm gonna go for this. This was supposed to be a 1-episode video, by the way. That's why it's so long. I don't usually play for this long. I'm still kind of going for it. So I guess I'm just going to be here for a long time recording. I don't usually like to record for a really long time, but I'm still determined for this to be a 1-video playthrough, so we're here till it's done. Unless we're not. I mean, you'll know. You'll know by whether there's a part 2 or not, but for now I'm determined to keep going. Okay, so have you got the Grail yet? You're clearly going for it. Gonna prioritize this town first. Go for the Basilisk Pit, and then in this town we can upgrade the Hydra Pond. Okay, so now we have the creatures we need available to us. We just need to actually buy them. So any way we can get some more gold, we should do it. There's a water wheel there, but it's a bit risky. Only 1,000 a week as well. We don't need to take losses here. This is so bad, I shouldn't be doing this with Bron. Okay, so have they got the Grail? They're claiming my stuff. So that's with Dace, and Dace is pretty strong. Someone must have the Grail. They must be on their way back. So what I'll probably do is, I think I'll actually de-emphasize Bron. We're going to park Bron. We've got all of the dwellings. So we want to go for the Citadel. And we're going to start building up Alkin. Certainly he needs to be able to survive this attack, if they do go for it. Any developments with red and orange? Yes, so red has taken one of orange's 2 towns. Red might just wipe orange out, and then we just have to be in hiding. Which would make this probably the most defensive playthrough I've ever done. This stuff all looks really good. We did have the opportunity to take this on earlier, but I don't think we were strong enough. Which one of these heroes has... But one of these heroes had the legs of Legion, I'm not sure why. There might have been a playthrough earlier. I did do a playthrough off unrecorded earlier today, so that might be what I'm getting mixed up with. Okay. I'm still tempted to push out. I just wish I could see a bit more of the map. Perhaps what we should do is send out a scout. Okay, so someone's on their way back. Probably Malekith. No, it's Damokon. So this is Damokon. It's the strongest hero of Red. Still the strongest. Not that much stronger than he was before. This is beatable. But probably not from this base. So if we send Steig out, we probably just get chased down. There's a gold mine there, which would be good. Try and grab a Hydra, but probably wouldn't survive that. If we go for this, I don't think he can reach us. That's not really worth it though, but it does help make up for the 2500 that we invested. If we go for the Hydras, we might be able to buy one. We could probably waste a turn or two of Damokon's if he wants to chase us down. If he doesn't want to chase us down, we get an extra Hydra from that. How many of these have we got now? 23, that's not as many as I thought. Okay, so we're going to go for the upgraded Lizard Den because it's nice and cheap, and I think that's it for now. We're staying defensive. They are definitely coming towards us there, so that's the next place we need to invest. Orange is still on the move, still active. So if this guy wants to come and attack me, I think just a big stack of Chaos Hydras is the best thing I can do. With it being day 6, we want the castle, definitely. But that's too expensive. I'm gonna go Marketplace first. And buy 2 of these. He comes to attack us with this. I think we win. I mean, we're really screwed if we lose, so I'm probably going to trade a few resources. We clearly don't need these resources, so let's just get rid. I have to be a bit careful because I do want to go to level 3 Mage Guild in the other town, but that's not really urgent. Okay, that should definitely be enough. I don't want to go for the attack because I think this guy just seems to produce units quicker than me, somehow. Either that or... This is clearly a map where you're going to struggle with your economy a bit, and of course, impossible difficulty, they do get extra resources, so I think it's just a case of they can actually afford to hire out their units from the dwellings, whereas we can't. Okay, so he's come for Andra. This is annoying too, the fact that they do actually commit to... They do actually commit to the fight, but they don't commit to attacking the town. So they've gone aggressive, but they've also kind of wussed out. That didn't kill. Oh, he cast protection from water, I didn't even look at that. Okay, I'm gonna retreat. And he's staying put. Okay, so I can definitely kill him. I wish I had Shackles of War. Can upgrade these. And then we can get one more. Yeah, I think just a big power stack of hydras. That's one thing where we can just go full on with one particular type of stack. And just hope for the best. This is gonna suck, but we have to get rid of this guy. Oh wow, we actually expected to lose. I'm surprised and a little bit concerned. So we've got some good spells, or at least some okay spells. We've got 10 spell points, which is not much. We could go for slow. And these guys reach. Yes, they can. Okay. So I think in that case, we want to slow these. So the black dragons will probably attack these two stacks next. Don't think I can stop that. Okay, so he actually curses those, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, I can see how we lose this now. Okay. Okay, so he goes for those. He does actually go for the block on the stack. That's fine. That actually means we can draw out the retail. Yeah, not good. So the Disrupting Ray sucks. That's taken away 3 of our defense. The curse is gone. That's some good news. Do a nice amount of those. I think I'll just defend with these. Okay, so we've taken 1 loss to those. These guys might survive 1 more hit, which they do. Taking out those. These guys are pretty weak. Okay, so he finishes those off. Should be winnable. But again, heavy losses, and this is not even their best. So do we go for these or these? I'm not entirely sure. I think we go for these. Then when he attacks with these, we retail. At some point, I thought he'd attack with the dragons. He's actually holding them back. I'm gonna go for these. Friendly fires. I want to move towards these, but it's really not urgent. Need to stay exactly where we are so that he can go for a friendly fire again. Which he does. Perfect. Okay, so we're down to 2. Move forward. Attack. He's gonna flee before we can finish him off, unfortunately. I don't think there's much we can do. Down to 22 health, so I think we have to go for the attack. Do take the loss, and he's gonna flee if we go for the attack. We need to deal about 60 points of damage. That's not gonna happen. We're gonna try and wait, but he does flee. So the good news is we win, and Alkin is actually now kind of semi-competent, but yeah, that's our army gone again. Still got to deal with this guy too, and he's a lot worse. Yep, he's coming for us. Okay, so there's a chance we lose. I mean, I don't think we lose, but it's the dilemma I mentioned earlier where I could just step Bron out. I think I need to improve my spells. Okay. So I think we've got at least one more turn. So the red dragons and the manticores, I don't think we have enough for at all. I think we give it one more turn and we accept that we're going to have to retreat with Bron. We could even go for the surrender. That's an okay option. Okay, so orange has actually taken that town back. So red for some reason decided to stop pressing on orange and come and finish us off instead, which is kind of the worst thing that could happen. Okay, yeah, so we should be definitely safe for one more turn. I'm pretty sure he can't reach us. Gotta double check, because if he can, we actually lose our main, which is not good. Yeah, that doesn't suggest logistics to me. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so we're out of range. We now have to decide, are we going to take this fight? I think it's clear that we'd lose if we try to spend our gold in this town. I don't want him stealing these creatures though. But I have no choice. This is stupid because I don't want to save these, but we can kind of use them as bait. Yeah, so we're going to use those as bait. We're going to let him kill those. And then we're going to surrender. Before we do, we need to trade all of our resources because we're not going to be coming back. Let's go down to 10. Okay, so that's 13k. We could invest everything. But no. I think the thing to do now is just really go all out. Get one strong force. And then focus on taking his base. Try and ignore his heroes. In this town I should have some kind of token defense just to get a few kills from the towers. Castle, obviously no, definitely not going for the castle. This is so unfortunate because I could have really used the second town. I could have got a second Hydra pond. Could have been producing a lot of Hydras each turn. There's no escape, we can't actually get past Damakan. Steig could pick up a Hydra and we could surrender with that, but no, if Damakan has the Shackles of War, then I think we just accept we're pretty screwed. Oh, we can get out. We can get out. Yeah, it's just the Garrison was blocking us. Let's do it. Okay, before we decide whether to buy the Hydra, we need to see what Damakan does. Pretty sure he's going to go for the town. He won't be able to resist that. I'm going to go for this because it will give us +1 defense at some point. It's probably not worth it, but still. We've got pretty low stats on our heroes. So I think we just do it. We can see his numbers here too. Okay, so 3 black dragons. Positive morale. 6 red dragons, 17 manticores. Yeah, we're not ready for this. We did actually take out a Manticore though, that's pretty good. Okay, so we can pick up a Hydra as we leave. Can actually pick up 2. Okay, so this relies on us actually being able to escape, which I think we can. Okay, so the question is, do we go back to our town, or do we try and take him out while he's weak? But I don't really know that he's weak. He's probably going to have a Grail in his town. I think we move towards our town instead. Also the Den of Thieves there. If we can actually keep Steig alive, I think we want to go for that. Okay, so that's cut down our income a bit too. But yeah, we can go for the Cage of Warlords. That's going to be +1 defense for this guy, +1 for Bron when he gets back. Okay. Right, so he's going to try and flee. This guy is coming towards us. This guy is off in a completely irrelevant corner of the map. That's good. That keeps him busy as Orange emerges with Daramith. This is the strongest hero of Orange. Several Titans. Pack of Naga Queens. Quite a few Sea Dogs too. Yeah, so we want those two to fight. If we can actually make that happen, that'd be perfect. I think it's pretty obvious we just need to move out. This guy is Dima, and yeah, once again, Dima is strong. So we have to spend everything on this town. So last time, having a big stack of Hydras did work. So I think we just do the same again. Okay, so the question is, do we go for Red's Town? I think maybe we do. Because, surely, we've taken out one of his lieutenants. Damaken's his best, and this is another lieutenant. Surely, he doesn't have yet another amazing hero back at his base. But even if he just gets 1 week's growth, we don't have great units here, so... Yeah, this was supposed to be a one video playthrough. This is turning out to be one of my toughest ever playthroughs, for sure. Lots of dilemmas. Might have been going differently if we didn't have that incident with Garrison, but I guess that keeps things interesting. I mean, it's not another walkover at least. I'm going to play on for a few more minutes, and if there's no sign of progress, it's going to become a series. So Steig is alive, that's good. We don't want anything to happen to Bron. Wyvern Nest is going to be guarded. Could go to the Sanctuary. That's actually a pretty good idea, because we can then actually just slip past Daramith and just go scout. Okay, so Red's coming towards me. Don't think he's actually going to attack. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, having real problems with this economy. Okay, so Zyron, I've not actually seen the AI do this. Zyron has gone to protect himself at the Sanctuary. So the question is his town in this direction or to the west? I think it's in this direction, and we just went the wrong way last time. Okay, so does this guy want to come and attack us? He shouldn't. Not worth trading any resources. Definitely not in his favor to go for the attack. the Trogs are just not going to cross. The Medusas aren't going to do anything, so it's going to be those flying units against our hydras. And the hydras should win that. Don't want him stealing my lizard men. Not sure if I can make it back if I hire them. Also, I can't afford them unless I trade. And even then I can only afford a few. So he's going to wipe out our lizard den population. I'm ending the turn, and we're going to see what happens. He does actually go for the attack, and we're expected to win pretty easily. If we can save that Hydra, that would be great. Surprised he went for this attack. He does go for Meteor Shower, so that's taken quite a bit of our health. I think we wait for now. Let's just check these guys can't get across. Yeah, they can't reach us. These can't reach us. Okay. So we're going to wait with these. Absorb the retail. Wait with these. Defend. And then if we move down, these guys can then reach us. But we can't slow them. So the alternative is we could shield them. I think we do lose one. Don't think we can prevent that. Unless we just don't go for this attack, but absolutely does make sense to go for the attack. Okay, so they don't actually come towards us. If I go attack these, the Trogs will finish me off. I think I go for these. Okay, so they go for the gnolls, that's fine. These guys I can't actually see, but I think they can reach us. And I can't stop them, because of course breath attack, they can just go straight through me if I do try to block them off. Okay. Don't actually need to be absorbing any retail. Doesn't make sense. Okay, so I can kill one of these. If I go for these, very unlikely to get a kill. I think I want to wait. I'm not sure the manticores can reach us. Yeah, they can't, and they actually stop off in the tar pit too. That's perfect. Okay, so I do want to go for these because the towers are probably going to finish them off. And then I want to defend with these. I need to really keep these alive. No. 44 HP, I don't think we're going to be able to keep them going. I can go for 3 magic arrows. They're not going to do too much. Stone skin, we don't have. Cure. We can go for cure twice. 20 points of health. I guess we risk it, because our towers will do a lot to the dragons. I think they'll attack dragonflies next. I'm going to defend with those. Towers do a lot to those. They do go for the hydras. Hydras are hanging on with 31 health. Go for the attack on these, we won't get the kill. We're going to go for shield again, I think. No, it makes more sense to go for cure. They get luck and they finish us off. Okay, so that was pretty much inevitable. I think now I could probably quick combat this, but I don't know if I trust quick combat. I'm really not at that stage. I think quite a few people do go for quick combat, and I think it's more of a multiplayer thing, but yeah, I really don't trust it. I'm gonna move in for these. Okay, so this time we actually take Dima out. That's some good progress. We go for expert offense, we get basic earth magic. Let's definitely go for that. Okay, so are we going to see these two fight? I think that's the big question. Bron should not be going for this, but we do get to see quite a lot. Okay, so yeah, Rissa's there. She's pretty good. Need to know what he has in that town. Could try and run Steig out, but no, that doesn't make sense. Good news is the lizardmen are still there. He's actually left a garrison. I'm gonna go for these while I can. Okay, so there's a garrison in there too, that's pretty weak. If Rissa comes to attack us, I believe we win that. Especially because our stats are probably a lot better. This is where we're going to see like 1,000. Nope, we're fine. 1,000 imps or something. Okay. Okay, so she's going back to defend. That's not what I wanted to see. Yeah, so if we go for this, I think we probably lose. And even being in his base, I don't think gets us that much. Yeah, I could just use the opportunity just to kind of mooch around, but I don't really gain much from that. I think best thing to do is play it safe, start moving back towards our main base. It's actually a dragon utopia. Okay, so that might partly explain how this guy got going. Assuming he's actually taken it out. I don't think Bron is strong enough. No. Definitely not. Yeah, so Daramith is going the wrong way. We really need her to move towards Malekith, or Damakan even. Not sure where Malekith is, I don't think we saw him go down. That's Garrison there, that's the previous strongest hero. I think the fundamental problem is the economy. I thought having all these external dwellings was a good thing, but the difference is we can't afford them and our opponents can. And that's really screwing us. Yeah, so Daramith's going for that. Damakan is staying put. Where did Garrison go? So Garrison's gone in that direction. I'm gonna go scout. I can see a redwood observatory. And I'm gonna go for it. Okay, so I can't reach it. So we know for a fact that Orange's base is going to be just through there. Hopefully we don't get taken out before we can reach this. Just want to see if this is taken. So that's not taken, so that's potentially something to go for. Okay, ending the turn. Let's see what these two do. So this guy's not quite moving in the perfect direction. I wouldn't be surprised if they just go and take each other's towns. The good news is Steig's still alive. We can see there's the Cove Town, and it's relatively undefended. Can't reach it though. Can I reach this? So the homestead is in the wrong place. That explains why it's unclaimed. Yeah, so the map designers put the homestead in the wrong place. We can't reach it. I think we go for these. Okay, can we get ourselves a second town? I want to get that Wyvern nest back. Okay, this way we shouldn't lose Alkin. And again, I don't know what he has in there. 10. Okay. Okay, so we'll get that back next turn. Let's go for this. Now let's have a look at this. So we've actually got Tazar. He's arrived a little bit too late. Probably the best fortress hero, but no point going for him now. Not gonna hire him. Did I forget to move Bron? I think I forgot to move Bron. Okay, that's fine. We just sat back saving money. It's not the end of the world. Please give me blind. Nope. Okay. Oh crap, that's Daramith. Oh crap. Oh no, 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 that's not good. We're gonna go hide. This is not going too well. Okay, so if we go for this, question is, yeah, they do have the moat. We only have shield. We really need magic arrow. Only thing to do is to get in this boat and run off. This guy's coming to take the town anyway. So, if Daramith comes for us instead of red, that is just so unfortunate. And upsetting. And there's Malekith, and Malekith's gone weak, so that's good. At least he's not a threat anymore. We still have to worry about Damakin. I think I really need this soothing music. I'm gonna give it a couple more turns, and then this is gonna become a series. But the next episodes won't be this long, for sure. Unless something major changes. This is not how I thought this would go. Okay, so red's gonna get that town for sure. Are there any hidden treats in this part of the map? Or is it just a bunch of shipwrecks? Doesn't look too promising. Okay, so Daramith is off in that direction, I think. I think we just go. I really hate this, I really hate being outclassed by the AI, but it really does make a difference. We can't afford these creatures. They can. Okay, so with Bron coming back, let's actually go for this instead. Yeah, definitely a learning experience. If you're only going to get one town, and there are lots of external dwellings, you're going to struggle to afford it on impossible difficulty, but the AI is not going to have that problem. So what we really need specifically... Okay, they're going for that, that's really bad. What we really need specifically is for Daramith and Damikon to actually attack each other. Once that happens, I believe we can just finish off whoever's left. So Daramith is right in the middle of the map. Can't really assume that she's gonna actually go for red. Might just go for us instead. Okay, so they actually come forward sooner than expected, and that's not actually good. I could have seen that coming. That was my mistake. Okay, we're gonna go for this. Does that make sense? We could slow them instead. I'm gonna slow them because that was my mistake, and I want to make up for it. Okay, so that puts them down to... That doesn't really make any difference. My slow is so bad. So Horn of the Abyss, yeah, slow's been nerfed. I've not played Hota for a while. Slow is now 1 less powerful, so it only drops them by 2. We don't need that. We really don't need that right now. So hopefully they're going to go for the Pixies instead. I'm going to actually put the Pixies somewhere enticing. Put them here. So don't go for the gnolls. Don't go for the gorgons. Does go for those. Perfect. Okay, so we send these in. We shouldn't take a loss. There we go. Okay, so we definitely want more stats. Let's go for some attack. And Alkin's not been to this. This is such a slow-paced map, but let's just do it. Let's go for logistics. Yeah, the good news is our supplies are building. Got lots of creatures ready to go as soon as we can afford them. We just need to catch someone out, and there will be an opportunity, 100%. One of these guys is going to slip up, and we'll be able to sneak in. Okay, so the water is very disappointing. But we can pretty much see the whole map, which is going to make this a lot easier to plan. Okay, so red's coming after me. Fine. Not really too bothered about Steig. Let's see if we can save her. I think we have to go this way. Town's undefended. I think we actually want to give ourselves space to flee, so I'm going to go there instead. Okay, same situation again. Let's go for it. Also, having an expert spell is really great. Okay, so I think I might have misunderstood how these dwellings work. So if your opponents take them, your stocks don't go down, you can still pick them up. That's actually really nice. That's really useful, yeah. So we got lots of Gorgons now. And I think right at the last moment, it has become obvious to me what needs to be done. Okay, so the deal is these guys are getting a lot more tier 7 units than they should because there are loads of dragon caves lying around, all kinds of things. So they're getting a lot of units they shouldn't be getting, and they can afford them because of the difficulty settings. So what we need is a unit that can balance things against the number of tier 7 units they're getting. So it's probably pretty obvious what I'm talking about, I think. The key to our survival is going to be Mighty Gorgons. We buy a resource silo. Firstly, it's not that useless because we can trade that stuff. It's going to take months to actually pay itself off, but you never know. It's not going too well right now. So if we hire some Mighty Gorgons... I mean, imagine we have 50 Mighty Gorgons. That's actually doable. We've already got 25. Need to upgrade them, of course. But if we had 50 Mighty Gorgons every time they attack, they should get between 4 or 5 bonus kills. That's enough to pretty much take out a stack of black dragons in one shot. They don't have any ghost dragons, so all their units are going to be vulnerable, so we can kill titans easily, we can kill black dragons easily. That's definitely the thing to do. That's going to make a massive difference. Let's bring everyone back home. Last thing I want to see is, can we take the Cove Town? Okay, so he's not actually come to take us on at all. Orange is on their way back. Yeah, I don't really have any faith that these guys are going to attack each other. This has now been reinforced, so yeah, we're not going to go for that. This guy's landed. Can we keep ourselves safe? Daramith is going to come and attack us. Best thing we can do is just get in the ship. Okay, so we go back to this base. We're going to get the upgraded Gorgon Lair, and the other thing I've not mentioned about these is they cost 600 each. That's actually relatively cheap in the grand scheme of things. So, not only are they very good at dealing with these excess tier 7s, but they're also something we can do just with a capital. So that's the plan. We're going to make this into a series. This was not anywhere near as snappy as I hoped. The way I decided to play this map was I looked for a medium-sized map with no underground, because I knew I'd have the flat to myself tonight. I thought, you know what, even if it takes a couple of hours, it'll be fine. But yeah, we're gonna need more than one episode for sure. So I'm gonna wrap this up here. Do check the playlist link in the description. You will be able to find any further parts there. This is probably the most challenging playthrough I've done. Certainly the most challenging playthrough I've done in the last couple of years. So should be interesting to see how it plays out. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.